Very good morning, students. Today we are going to learn exercise 5.1 8 question. Find the last two digits of the number 3 to the power of 600. So let us start doing the solution for this. So given 3 to the power of 600, this can be written as 3 square whole to the power of 300. 2 into 300 will be 600. So it will be 9 to the power of 300, which can be written as 10 minus 1 whole to the power of 300. Now it is a binomial expansion. We can use the formula. So 300 C0 10 to the power of 300 minus 300 C1 10 to the power of 299 into 1 plus 300 C2 10 to the power of 298 into 1 square plus so on minus so on minus 300 C299 10 into 1 to the power of 299 plus 300 C300 into 1 to the power of 300. So we are taking the last two numbers. Why? Because in the question is saying that last two digits what we are going to get. So if I simplify this, 300 C0 will be 1, that is 10 to the power of 300 minus 300 into 10 to the power of 299 plus so on minus 300 C 299 NCR is equal to NCN minus R, that is 300 minus 299 is 300 C1. So 300 C1 is 300 only. So 300 into 10 plus 1 into 1. So let us write this as it is 10 to the power of 300 minus 300 into 10 to the power of 299 plus so on minus 3000 plus 1. So in all this we can take 10 square common. So if I take in all this, I can take 10 square common. So here it is left with 10 to the power of 298 minus 3 into 10 to the power of 299 plus so on minus 3 in 30 plus 1. So this total I can treat it as M1. So 100 into M1 plus 1. So this total M1 is a multiple of 100. Total this term is a multiple of 100. So the last two numbers, two digits will be 2 zeros plus 1, that is nothing but 101. So the last two numbers are, let me write here, the last two digits in number 3 to the power of 600 is 01. Next, let us discuss about ninth question. If n is a positive integer, show that 9 to the power of n plus 1 minus 8n minus 9 is divisible by 64. So let us take given 9 to the power of n plus 1 if I am taking. So this 9, how I am going to write means I can write it as 10 minus 1 or else 1 plus 8. I can write it as 1 plus 8. Why I am writing it as 1 plus 8 means 8 is a multiple of 64. So I can write it as 1 plus 8 whole to the power of n plus 1. Now it is looking like a plus b whole to the power of n formula. I can use binomial theorem. That is n plus 1 C0 1 to the power of n plus 1 plus n plus 1 C1 1 to the power of n 8 plus so on plus n plus 1 C n plus 1 8 to the power of n plus 1. So this is the overall expansion. Now if I take n plus 1 C0, it will be 1. So 1 to the power of anything will be 1 plus n plus 1 C1 value is n plus 1 into 8 plus and so on plus n plus 1 C n plus 1 is 1 whole to the power of 8 to the power of n plus 1. So this can be written as 1 plus 8n plus 8 plus, okay, next, let me write next term, that is n plus 1 C2 1 to the power of n minus 1 into 8 square. So if I take in this 8 square common, why I am taking 8 square common means I need which is divisible by 64. So 8 square is 64. So I am going to take 8 square common. So the left terms are n plus 1 C2, 1 everything also next plus n plus 1 C3, 8. Why? Because 1 to the power of n minus 2 will be 1 only into 8 cube will be there. Already square went out, so it will be 8 plus and so on plus n plus 1 C n plus 1. So square and here it is. So it will be 8 to the power of n plus 1. So n minus 1. So minus 1 plus 2 it will be plus 1. So this is 8n plus 9, 9 to the power of n plus 1 plus 64. This totally I am treating it as m, where m is equals to n plus 1 C2 plus n plus 1 C3 into 8 plus and so on plus n plus 1 C n plus 1 8 to the power of n minus 1. So this totally I will transpose this side, it will become 9 to the power of n plus n minus 8n minus 9 is equals to 64 into m. Therefore, clearly we can say that nine to the power of n plus 1 minus 8n minus 9 is divisible by 64. Is divisible by 64. Next, let us see 12th question. If a comma b are distinct integers, prove that a minus b is a factor of a to the power of n minus b to the power of n. So for that, let us take a. A can be written as a minus b plus b. So minus b plus b gets cancelled, a only. So apply a power on a to the power n on both sides. So it will be power n. So this I will treat it as a, this I will treat it as b. It is in binomial expansion now. So a to the power of n is equal to, this can be written as nc0 a minus b whole to the power of n plus nc1 a minus b whole to the power of n minus 1 into b plus nc2 a minus b whole to the power of n minus 2 into b square plus and so on plus ncn a minus ncn whole to the power of b power n. And previous to this we can write one more term, that is nc n minus 1 is equals to a minus b b to the power of n minus 1. Next step, a to the power of nc0 is 1, that is a minus b whole to the power of n plus n into a minus b whole to the power of n minus 1 into b plus so on plus nc n minus 1 a minus b whole to the power of b to the power of n minus 1 plus ncn is 1, that is b power n. So plus b power n, I am going to transpose this side. So it will be a to the power of n minus b to the power of n is equals to a minus b whole power n plus n into a minus b whole to the power of n minus 1 into b plus and so on plus nc n minus 1 a minus b into whole to the power of b minus 1. So in this I can take a minus b as common. If I take a minus b as common, here it is left with a minus b whole to the power of n minus 1 plus n into a minus b whole to the power of n minus 2 into b plus and so on plus nc n minus 1 into b to the power of n minus 1. This total I will treat it as m. So that can be written as a to the power of n minus b to the power of n is equals to a minus b into some multiple like m, where m is equals to a minus b whole to the power of n minus 1 plus a minus b whole to the power of n minus 2 into nb plus and so on plus nc n minus 1 b to the power of n minus 1. So clearly we can see that a minus b is a factor of a to the power of n minus b to the power of n. Okay. Next question, exercise 5.1, 14th question. If the binomial coefficients of the three consecutive terms are in the expansion of a plus x whole to the power of n are in the ratio 1:7:42, find n value. So given binomial, so that is a plus x whole to the power of n. So in this, the three consecutive terms will be NC r minus 1, NCR, NCR plus 1. So these are the three consecutive terms. Therefore, they are equal. So NC r minus 1 is to NCR is to NCR plus 1 is equals to 1:7:42. So I will compare the first two and first two. So this can be done like this: NCR minus 1 is to NCR is equals to 1:7. Second one, NCR is to NCR plus 1 is equals to 7:42. So this can be written as NCR minus 1 by NCR is equals to 1/7. NCR by NCR plus 1 is equals to 7/42. This can be written as NCR n factorial by n minus r minus 1 factorial into r minus 1 factorial by n factorial by n minus r factorial into r factorial is equals to 1/7. Similar way here also, n factorial by n minus r factorial into r factorial by n factorial by n minus r plus 1 factorial into r plus 1 factorial is equals to 1/6. So this I will take in the upside. So it can be written as n factorial by n minus r minus 1 factorial into r minus 1 factorial into n minus r factorial into r factorial by n factorial is equals to 1/7. Similar way here also, n factorial by n minus r factorial into r factorial into n minus r plus 1 factorial into r plus 1 factorial by n factorial is equals to 1/6. n factorial gets cancelled. Now if you observe these two terms, n minus r factorial, n minus r minus 1 factorial, so this can be written as n minus r into so in these two we can say that the numerator is greater than the denominator. Okay, so in in this 2, if you observe these 2, in this n minus r is there, in this n minus r minus 1 is there. So this will come under the big term. So we will keep, for example, 5 factorial and 4 factorial is there. In this 2, 5 factorial is bigger, so 5 factorial can be written as 5 into 4 factorial. In a similar manner, always you are going to enlarge the big term. So in this 2, n minus r factorial into r factorial by this one as such n minus r plus 1 into n minus r factorial into r minus 1 factorial is equals to 1 by 7. So n minus r factorial, n minus r factorial gets cancelled. This r factorial can be written as r into r minus 1 factorial. So the left terms are r by n minus r plus 1 is equals to 1 by 7. Here also if you observe in this 2, so here r plus 1, here r factorial. So in this 2, this one is the bigger term. So this can be written as n minus r plus 1 factorial by n minus r into n minus r minus 1. That is, it can be taken in brackets, r plus 1 factorial into, here it is r plus 1 factorial into r factorial divided by r factorial is equals to 1 by 6. R factorial gets cancelled. Here n minus r plus 1, n minus r plus 1 factorial gets cancelled. So the left terms are r plus 1 by n minus 1 r is equals to 6, 1 by 6. So next if you do cross multiplication, it is 7r is equals to n minus r plus 1. So that is 8r is equals to n plus 1. So here if you observe 6r plus 6 is equals to n minus r. So that is 7r is equals to n minus 6. So from this to keep this as first equation, keep this as second equation. From this we can get n value as 7r plus 6 is equals to n. So substituting this n value in this, we are going to get 8r is equals to 7r plus 6 plus 1. So 8r minus 7r is equals to r is equals to 7. So substitute this r value in the first equation. That is 8 into 7 is equals to n plus 1. 56 is equals to n plus 1. So n value is 55. She is asking us to find the n value.